Okay, so one of the first things that you're gonna have to do is set up these chapter 5 graphs where the firm in the industry has been in the long run for a long time. And then you're gonna have to analyze some sort of market shock. There are only 4 market shocks. It's either gonna be a change in fixed costs, a change in variable costs, government as a supplier, or a change in demand, okay? And your job is to look at the information given and match up to see whether or not I think this is a story about a government as a supplier, somebody coming in as new consumers or income changes, changes in variable costs like a per unit sales tax, or a change in fixed costs. So I'll do a couple of these for you. Let's first analyze, let's do an increase in fixed costs. So if fixed costs change, it does not change marginal costs, it does not change the quantity in the marketplace, and it does not change the price. And that was information that you needed to glean from the previous firm theory chapters. And so we're just going to move along the marginal cost curve, and we're going to increase average costs. Now remember that marginal cost always hits through the minimum of average costs. So average cost doesn't shift vertically, it shifts along the marginal cost curve. There is no change in the quantity. We learned that from chapters 3 and 4. So all I need to do is analyze profit. My gut tells me that increased costs lead to negative profit, not positive profit. To prove that mathematically, I'm going to take my ruler and line it up with Q naught. The difference between Q naught and average costs at the quantity produced, price and average cost, gives me my profit costs. I'm going to shade this in so it's super clear. As you can see, profit is negative, and profit's negative because cost is greater than price at the quantity traded. So that is going to incentivize exit. And how I show exit in the marketplace is I'm going to start by picking this up and moving it down here. And so I just need to draw another average cost curve with the minimum clearly going through, marginal cost clearly hitting through the minimum. And that's all I need to do. But now I need to show exit. And so my goal is to get towards the minimum of the new average cost. So my new break even is going to happen here. So I'm just going to make a note of that. I know that's where I'm going. And that's going to help me remember that I have a new break-even price, and I need to shift in the direction, short-run supply curve, in the direction of that new break-even price to show exit. I'm going to do this in 2 shifts. So firm 1 exits. The intersection of supply and demand happens at P1. Firms take that price as given, and they set the new marginal revenue equal to the new marginal cost. And they produce just a little bit more. And because they produce just a little bit more, but in addition with the exit, you get an industry that is smaller due to the exiting firms. So notice that there's still negative profit here. Still negative profit, so more firms have to exit. How many? We're not exactly sure, but enough until it gets priced back up to a break-even point. So this is the short run, maybe it's like firm N exits. So many firms have to exit. We're not exactly sure how many. The industry constricts because, maybe I'll call this Q5, because so many firms have to exit, but now there's a new market price, so firms take that market price as given. You indicate that, maybe this was D1, maybe we'll call this D5 to match up with Q5. And they produce just a little bit more. Now because you've arrived at a new break-even price, there is a new long-run supply curve. You need to circle where you are at the end of the day. I'm going to highlight it so it's super clear. This is the story of consolidation. What I mean by that is that the industry is absolutely smaller, but the firms that survived are bigger than they were before. They're producing more. Now, they started with zero profit, they had to endure negative profit, and they're right back to zero profit. So it's not like they're any better off because they're larger. It's just that consolidation has occurred in the marketplace. So that is an analysis for change in fixed costs.